Alright guys, this is Anthony here, Super Service. I've got Matt's Excursion. Get some stuff set up. We're 261,000 miles. We're going to just run it through a little gauntlet here. Let's see what all we see with it. Well, I guess first thing, wrong oil filter on it. Change the oil filter, clean off some corrosion on the batteries. It does still have a cooler on it. It's got exhaust. What the hell? Well, maybe we ought to get that put back on. What else we got? Not studded. Okay. Yeah, pretty simple. Hang on. Let's put it back on. Does look like gold coolant. So it'll be a cold start. Doesn't look like green, looks like gold. So, yeah. Okay, it's not far-fetched that it's going to long crank. Those, who knows, we'll see. 05. Oh, if he's saying no RPM, he's got low RPM. So we've got throttle pedal codes, which normally the throttle, when it goes bad, it won't kill the truck. It'll just default to idle. So might actually be looking at a throttle pedal. I'll check that here in a minute, but we also got under boost. So I'm going to clear these out. Okay, switch D, low input circuit, came back after clearing the codes. Okay, yeah, we got a problem here. Let me show my foot where you can see the voltage. It's slow to respond. It is not at all responsive, at all. And sensor 1 is nothing. It's dead. It's not showing anything. So let's, we'll check that in a minute. I want to go ahead and do a cold start and get it some temperature in it, because we're going to also do oil cooler. We're going to check the oil cooler real quick. But yeah, the way that is not responsive, watch. Okay, off. See how long it took? It should be instant, like it should read it. As soon as you touch the pedal, it should read it, and it's not. So hang on. Okay, so EBP volts, little high. Might be high pressure outside. 0.88 would be normally good. Ficum volts, ICP volts are alright. This is 05 style, 04. Okay, none of that stuff really matters until we fire it. So let's go ahead and just watch IPR and Ficum voltage. Let's see what we see. I'll kick it off. Let me get it stable here. Okay, here we go. Ficum's at the top, IPR's at the bottom. Anything under 45 at the top is trash. Anything above, well, we don't want to see 84 at IPR at the bottom. Okay, here we go. Nope, it was alright. Oh, started pretty good. Let's check this real quick. Hang on. Probably gonna take a minute to get booted up. Sucks. Yeah, see, not bad. No, not. Yeah. Oh yeah, throttle pedal, watch. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah. It's not responsive at all. Right there, I'm on it. Yeah, we're gonna change throttle pedal real quick. I've got a freaking crap load of them. I wonder if it's, oh, it is adjustable pedals. I got a Harley Davidson one here, I know, but we'll see. All right, hang on. Okay, we also got low boost issues, so let's go here and let's open and close the VGT. Let's see, there's varying. Okay, there's open, VGT is 0%, manifold gauge should go to 0. All right, so it's not sticking open. So now let's close it. See what we get for MGP. We want to see about 2.1, 2.2. So yeah, we're low. It's slow to respond, and it's hardly responding. Sometimes you can exercise it and make it come to life, but honestly, it's hard on the unison ring and the actuator arm. So I looked underneath it for Y-pipe. I didn't see a big obvious concern. The cold side CAC tube has got oil on it. It's got an aftermarket filter, so it's hard to see under there, but it's not far-fetched. We got a little hole in it, but I didn't feel anything. So we might just be looking at a stuck turbo. MGP at 1.4. See, I can exercise it a little bit, go off and on. Watch MGP. Close VGT, and it should build over 2 pounds. And it should drop to 0 pretty quick too afterwards. So I climbed all over it with VGT closed to look and see if I could hear any leaks, or see, we're only getting 1.5 pounds, so we're definitely low on boost. I don't like doing this. We can do this quite a bit, but I think he's game to clean the turbo, so hopefully. So there's no use in trying to exercise it to break it up, because if we do break it up, then it's just running the risk of hurting the actuator arm, wearing it out, because it's trying to push against a stuck vane, and it actually can cause the metal to wear. And once that actuator arm wears, I mean, you got to take the whole turbo apart to change it. So I'm getting a little temperature. Got 152 on the coolant, 140 on the oil. I'd like to get a little more temperature, and then we'll go out and drive it, see how the oil cooler is. So hang on. Oh, and the coolant, we need a coolant flush. We ought to put red in it, but the coolant does not need to be that high. Put the coolant to about the top of my finger, like where the sticker is. I mean, that's about right there is good. We don't need that much coolant in it. All it does is cause more. We'll check call that the hillbilly head gasket test. Just reach the, squeeze the upper rat hose, feel if it's rock freaking hard, and we'll do that after we get back from a test drive. Yeah, I mean, that's what we dubbed it, the hillbilly head gasket test. So we'll do that in a little bit. Okay guys, let's go for a ride here. Got it 177, which is a little cool. Probably ought to get a thermostat in it so it warms up, but it's not horribly bad. Not bad for summertime. Hang on. So it is low on boost. Let's look at MGP, is manifold gauge pressure. To give it a little bit. I'm in high gear. Most I saw was like 16, maybe 17. We should be hitting about 23 right there. So turbo's a little low. It does have a stock EGR cooler on it. So I mean, it's absolutely a candidate for the, I mean, I'm kind of like a broken record on all this. It's got gold coolant in it, so we need a coolant flush. VC9 flush. Then we need a basic drive it for a while, then put the intake and the Y pipe, put all that stuff on it. We'll find out here in a minute. I'm still driving for oil cooler. We're getting it up to temperature. I always wait till oil drops a degree. That's when we know that the engine is completely heat saturated. So I'll move the screen here in a minute. I'm trying to drive and do this, so hang on. Okay, I just gave it a little acceleration. We got 215 on the coolant. Yeah, it shouldn't be bumping that high. Not with what we're doing right here. 200 should have been the most. And I mean, need a damn fan clutch. Put a fan clutch on it. The fan would be spinning right now and we'd be cooled back off. I don't know, we're gonna check the upper radiator hose, check the hillbilly head gasket test. I'm about to slow down now because oil's at 219 now. So we're just still driving. We got 11, got 13 degree difference right now. Let it focus. Coolant and oil. 13 degrees. So I'm gonna slow back down and I'm gonna see if coolant drops, if oil drops with it. So hang on. Let's just watch it real quick. We got 217, 201. So yeah, it's looking like, oh shit. I'm trying to hold the phone there and not watch. Okay, it just dropped a degree. Let's see where it levels out at. I'm doing about 65 right now. We're gonna just kind of putt along here and see how low oil drops, because it should be dropping a hell of a lot faster than that. But right now we're at 11 degrees, so it ain't bad. Could be better, but it ain't trash. Honestly, I'd probably say that this oil cooler is good enough for the coolant flush and the drive. But I would call this, basically, it's a sacrificial one. So we'll coolant flush, and then as many miles as you can stand to put on this truck after we get red coolant in it. And then when it's time to go in, put an intake and Y pipe on it, then we'll put an oil cooler in it. And basically let this oil cooler catch anything that's left in the system after the flush. And then this truck will never need another oil cooler again. Be done. So, I mean, right now we're at 11, which is still good. Hang on. I'm trying to stay on the road here. It's still good. And that's 9. We're at 9 now. You know, so, but it could cool it off a little bit more. And the coolant being at 206 is just a bit high. Not for the conditions we're in. It's 85 degrees outside. I do got the air on. Air's going to, you know, make it fluctuate a little bit, but it should be running about 200, 202 at the most. 206 is a bit hot. So, I mean, I'd be putting a fan clutch on it. So, yeah, let's get down here to a stop and we'll check it real quick. Hang on. I mean, oil cooler's just not, oil is not coming off at 215. Stay in there. It ain't even moving. I'm still doing 65. Feel a little unevenness in the brakes. Probably got slightly warped rotor somewhere or something. A little bit unevenness. Alright, so cooled back down to 192. 204, so sitting here idling. You know, we're friggin' 8 degrees. Alright, cool. So we still got low boost. We got the throttle pedal. I do not have one of those throttle pedals here. It's a basic 04 adjustable pedal setup. Let's get under the hood here. Hang on. I mean, if it does have a head gasket problem, it's not horrible, but we are puking out. So it's probably because the cap's venting. So yeah, a little bit of blow by. So we could alleviate some pressure by dropping the level down, buy you some time. But, you know, it probably is. I mean, a healthy truck will never puke. So, sucks to give bad news. But, I mean, not like it's broke or nothing. Doesn't, I mean, hell, I mean, it needs to be done eventually, but it's not a catastrophic failure right now. But with that pressure on it, we could probably put a tighter cap on it, a new cap, and then it'll hold more pressure, and then that upper radiator hose will be hard. But dropping the coolant level down will keep it from venting out. My opinion is that's why Ford put the sticker on it to drop the coolant level down, because they were trying to get these trucks to get out of warranty. Because dropping the coolant level down will mask a failed head gasket. So, I mean, it'll do it. So, it also is easier on all the cooling components. On a regular healthy truck, it's easier on it because you physically have less pressure, because there's more air in it. Air doesn't compress, you know, the liquid does. So, or liquid doesn't and air does, whatever. Yeah, you got me, you got it. So dropping the level down would be nice, just on like the tank seals of the radiator, all the connections of the hoses and all that. You know, it's just easier on it when we have 8 to 10 pounds rather than 14 to 16 pounds. So, all right, so there's our list. I mean, oil cooler's not catastrophic. Does need to change it. Change the fluid. So coolant flush, turbo clean. I mean, throttle pedal. She's checking on getting a throttle pedal here now. Turbo clean, throttle pedal, coolant flush. I mean, the oil cooler's surviving right now. I mean, you don't really have to, but honestly, I mean, it's only a matter of time, and that EGR cooler is going to let go. Need to put an intake on it, Y pipe. I mean, it's absolutely awesome to do it preemptively. It is, because then you do it on your own schedule. Because when that EGR cooler goes, you're done. You're dead in the water. You're towing it. It'll be fogging up the entire interstate. It's just, it's a bad deal. So if you can do it at your own time, that's freaking awesome. Other than that, I mean, it actually rode fairly decent. Not much issues. Didn't really see any injector issues either. They seem good. So that's a long enough video. Yep. Call it good. All right, guys. Have a good day.